Hey guys, Tarek here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Stadschutt, playing for today's boarding in the north. We have Deliri0us playing as OKW, straight away locking into Grand Offensive. Teaming up with him is Itaperuna, playing as OKW as well, who has Grand Offensive, Fortifications, and Special Operations. Face off against them we have Joe, playing as the Brits, who has Royal Engineers, Mobile Assault, and Vanguard. And finally, my mum playing as US Forces, straight away locking into Recon support. In terms of ranks, this is like around rank 30, Axis range team. Random team back the other way, my mum around rank 20, random. Joe around rank 90. Okay, some nice tank trap there. Helping my mum hold his ground against those sternpires. Some story over here, long range cover to cover engagement. And we're across here too. 2v1 though. Somebody's going to end up losing that. Looks like Stern Pioneer's trying to outposition the double machine gun start here from Joe. A rare sight. He's just trying to stall out with the squad until his machine guns can force away the Stern Pioneer here. Looks like that might end up working out, honestly. Machine gun coming forward to get the suppression in. Looks like these riflemen won that engagement, really? On the far side, the rifleman got super low. Come the Pathfinders for a bit of cleanup. Trying to come around the corner. We're going to get those grand snipes going. There we go. Now is one of them. Empire's going to lose that one. Pathfinder's taking it out. And, big flank here from Deliri0us coming in from the rear with the Fusiliers. All the machine guns positioned to counter this. The Vickers maybe just inside of that. We might have had this squad dive onto the cutoff down here. Tommy's holding strong. And no attention being paid here by Joe. Oh, very late retreat on his Vickers. We'll make it home though. Second one, gonna make his way into the building. Interesting. Pretty standard stuff from both the OKW players in terms of build orders so far. Looks like we're getting a bit of a push into the centre from my mum. Itaperuna throwing a grenade there, but easily avoided. That was a bit of a waste of munitions as well, honestly. Even if that grenade did connect nicely on the rifleman, he still would end up losing to the surrounding US Forces troops. Well, it's not worth throwing a grenade if you're not going to win the engagement, win the territory on the back of it like that. Especially in the early game where munitions can be crucial. Okay, snare onto the Kubel. Captain trying to chase him, hoping to get the kill with the bar, but I think the bar was reloading just long enough to allow the Kubel to escape, and the Stern Pioneers finishing the job, chasing away the captain.
Command vehicle has gone static. HQ operations now underway.
Looks like Joe losing control of the north. A pretty good push through the centre from my mum. Axis still though have their fuel connected, as the allies have not for quite a while. Oh no, is it? Yeah. And squad coming on a deep flank here. Interesting path. And the Royal Engineers. engagement.
You can now order new armored cars
And
to
once
be
again,
built.
another flank attempt from Deliri0us, but does not make it around the side of the Vickers. No cover on this fuel point though, makes it a little bit tricky for Joe. This is generally where maybe, as Tommy's, when you're capping this point, you could maybe put like a sandbag coming down this direction, hard up against this point. So ideally your opponents can't really use it as you approach from this direction, because it's being blocked from the point on that side. You can use it to defend against them going in from this direction, or in this case, from back over here. And generally I think it's pretty good as Tommy's to do that. With some other factions you wouldn't want that because they can often backfire on you, but because you're so reliant on cover and the cover bonus as Brits, I think it's a tipping point there, making it worthwhile in most cases.
Armored car completed.
Okay, early AC from Joe. Back the other way, we've got a split here. Battle group and mechanized, and here comes the looks. And at close the distance with the Royal Engineers, but good kiting so far from Deliri0us. AC not quite in range yet. And reveals itself there. Could take a Faust. No Faust from Deliri0us. Still get it off. And here it comes now, a little bit late. While on the other side, looks chasing away all the units in the north.
Night vision Sturmgewehr are now available.
This machine gun actually repositioned, and now the squad getting quite low. Well, then come a Fusiliers. Has to retreat. But still, my mum has had a lot of trouble capping on the far side. So the allies are behind in terms of fuel control so far, and maybe about to lose some more. Only one squad available for the cap at the moment. He's focusing on the VP. Still being chased away. Ooh, could get killed if he's a little bit unlucky. Not quite.
Change of plans.
She's support gun now for Itaperuna. Here we go. Now finally sending a couple of squads out to the far fuel point. Ran right into a swarm of Voltruneers there. Tough start from my mum. Doesn't quite have the munitions for an upgrade on his powers yet either, so not super effective. And here we go, needs to retreat now. Threw out his own grenade. Late retreat. But he will get home. Squad just stalling behind the cover here. Don't know if we'll be able to make it the AC before getting suppressed. Here it comes. Oh, did get in range for the snare. And, in comes the Puma. Got a squad nearby. Maybe the snare could come through. Puma playing it very cautiously and missing its first two shots. Is not going for the kill. Wise choice. And another 2v1 here for my mum. Gets the fuel capture, but is not connected. And then gets chased away. So it's the first assault onto this fuel point so far. So it's at least denying some resources there. Itaperuna, though, already with a tremendous amount of fuel, can get down the Schwer and upgrade it. Just needs to get that going. Another cut-off attempt here from Deliri0us. Ooh, huge shot from the AEC. You almost never see them get a hit that good. Half health off the squad in one hit. And with the Pathfinders nearby getting so many crits, that squad melting. Nearly went down there. Oh, target destroyed. Did a Voltruneer go down there for Itaperuna? Looks like it did. The far fuel point. AC getting repaired. No squads up here with the snare. Not much can be done against this Puma at the moment. Did I miss the looks going down? Must have, right? Did I catch that on camera?
We're losing a capture point.
Just checking the kill counts here. How did that die? Did my mum kill it? I'm looking for vehicle kills, I don't understand. Alright, well, sorry. I have no idea what happened there. There's no kills on the AC. Neither on his engineers. This is a fresh AT gun. No kills. This one's got an infantry kill. As I can check all the riflemen. It was a mine. Hopefully we'll spot it later on. How he is crude now for my mum, doing some work in the middle. Paris still not upgraded, but about to be with the 1919s. Fuel cache on the cutoff as well from Joe. Interesting choice. Oh, here we go. Big old flank from the Fusiliers. Coming down quick. T-gun getting out of there though. And then come the reinforcements. Infantry section with the Brens. Looks like the AEC and the Puma trading blows on the far flank. AT gun trying to get in position, but quite low in health, a little bit risky with the Fusiliers nearby. This could get decrewed very easily here. He's setting it up though, and it looks like that AT gun's going to get decrewed. Now the AEC could be in trouble. Puma coming in, he pops the smoke to try and escape. Puma connecting still. And there we go, AEC down. So is the 6-pounder. Way out of position there was Joe. With his AT gun, especially on 2 models like that. Big mistake, and it cost him dearly. Puma sticking around to kill the AT gun. Possibly could have gone for the steel on it. Side against. Double infantry support guns, by the way. We've got the tech truck up for Itaperuna. Quite far back. And look at this. Flak emplacement going down to cover the fuel. Major out for my mum. Has the amount of resources required for a Sherman, if that's what he's going for. And this is a pretty nasty infantry formation here. Not much on the Axis side that can deal with this. Don't have any orders yet. Listen to the flak cannon there. He's going to crawl out. We're coming across to do a little bit of damage. M1 not quite in position to return fire. Didn't push up and support. But here it comes. Here we go. Puma takes 1 shot. Late to react. Pops the smoke. No attack round though. Yeah, he wasn't ready for that. Now he goes for it. But yeah, accidentally set up. Packed up and then reset up. Oh boy, big pack Howie shot, and that could swing the engagement for the Paras. They chase to try and maintain sight. Oh boy, what? How is that even a retreat path down that little alleyway? Stern Pioneers, lucky escape there. Section not in cover here, getting chopped up. Needs to get that 5-man upgrade as well for his Tommies. Pathfinder's getting some good hits in here. Oh, and narrowly avoid suppression as well, moving into another piece of heavy cover, trying to stop the Volksgrenadiers surging forwards, but yeah, just outnumbered. Rifleman heading out to the VP maybe. Might come to assist.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
It's a new grenade onto one of the machine guns, and that's a full team weapon collapse for Joe. And has to retreat past this squad as well. Could potentially lose those engineers. Looks like Deliri0us not paying attention to that. And they make it out alive. Slowly taking down the cache. Oh, walking Stuka barrage into the base. Pretty good dodge there from Joe. Nice idea, barraging across the face of the base like that, but does not connect. And yeah, very good dodge. Oh, Paris coming in from the rear. Late retreat. There it goes. Itaperuna still floating a little bit too much manpower though. He's investing some of it into an LEFH. But it doesn't have any anti-tank, no Recons at the moment. So in a dangerous position, especially against this Sherman, which also did come in a little bit late. Probably could have been on the battlefield. You know, I think I mentioned it close to 2 minutes ago. They had the resources for that. Only now bring it onto the battlefield. I know there's a bit of a build time, but it was delayed for sure. There we go, the flak emplacement shutting down the harass on the fuel point. Axis with double fuel at the moment. So grenade in. Paras early on the dodge. The double infantry support guns nearby though, so not terribly safe. And Itaperuna going for a Jagdpanzer now. One way to battle the Sherman. Flak truck down now for Deliri0us. Where's that LEFH shooting? We're going for a base barrage onto the US Forces player, okay. A glider coming in with the air landing officer. It's not going to be around for too much longer. Here comes the walking Stuka. Targeting the machine gun, only grazing damage though, just slightly forwards of the infantry models there. Sherman coming across, trying to clear out the flak emplacement, but the Jagdpanzer's there to defend. Sherman has to evac. Depends on the chase down, but the M1 is there. He's going to run right past it. The Jagdpanzer's like, oh boy. Let's get out of here. M1's setting up, but I think he's going to get out of sight before getting a shot off. A little bit slow to set it up there in reaction to that Jagdpanzer.
We're getting plastered over here. A capture point is under attack.
Back on the other side, we got a Firefly for Joe. He's still alive though. Got the glider right here, so can reinforce that AT gun pretty easily.
Stand by! Orders! God damn it! Someone get us out of here! Under fire!
Deliri0us lose something to the pack, Howie. So he might have lost a Volksgrenadier maybe. Oh, light AT mine on the Jagdpanzer. It's always a bit of a shock. AT gun setting up. Power's coming over to try and defend it against the Stern Pioneers. AT gun bounces. And concussive grenade onto the AT gun. It's in some trouble here now. It's gonna get decrewed.
Krauts just took out an entire gun crew.
Panzer coming back in. Looks like he's gonna go for the kill on it, missing the first shot. He's gonna lose sight of it shortly as well. Oh, lobs an incendiary grenade to try and prevent the recrew. Wouldn't have quite killed the gun, that one, but very close to it. Gets it out of there. And under the flames. Puma, Recon combo. Alpha has to pull back. Another little base artillery coming out for Joe here. Where's this Walking Stuka going? Oh, super short range one. Looks like he hoped that Joe would retreat from it, but he dodged out to the side. Nicely done. Looks like the Jagdpanzer connected for a couple more shots on the Sherman. Some artillery on this side as well. Some major artillery. Captain popping on me there. Ace artillery. Looks like it took down the ambulance. Sherman has to be careful trying to repair around there. Could easily get the crew knocked out. It looks like this cache did at some stage get destroyed. Deliri0us got the cap on it again. Friends on the air landing officer, by the way. I believe they do get the commando Brens. Though that's not the case in the patch mod at the moment. A lot of reinforcing from the beacon here from my mum. Nice to see. Tree support guns in a little bit of trouble. Not quite decrewed, no weapon upgrades on those from my mum yet. Looks like he's going for the Jackson next, a sound decision. Firefly running straight back into the same area. Got hit by an aimed shot, but Puma bounces a shot on the Firefly there. Decides not to chase him any further. The T-gun ripping through the HQ pretty quickly here though. Obu's trying to knock it out now, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. Going now fast, seems like a couple models on the road there. Here comes the Puma, all bounces again. A T-gun does get decrewed. Looking Stuka barrage coming in, but pretty well dodged. Whoa, that is a very lucky Firefly, but the T-gun not so lucky, gets destroyed there. And I think they just picked up a Bren. Okay, Sherman switching sides here, coming away from the Jagdpanzer. Looks like at some stage this flak emplacement did get destroyed, opening up the fuel cap there. Sherman on his toes, worried about the Puma, worried about the kitten. Butterfly bombs coming in. Maybe 3 cluster mines. A couple close wipes. About 4 kills, it looked like. Not incredible, but pretty good reaction times on the dodge. Over's out now for Itaperuna as well. Gonna make life very hard for these unupgraded riflemen. They're not gonna scale well against the Overs. He's coming back in for another go on the HQ. If it did get repaired, it wasn't by much. Still quite vulnerable. Looks like the terrain is blocking a few of these shots though. Here comes the Puma. Recon still on base, awaiting healing. Shame he didn't move his Firefly across to a more relevant area. Whoa! Walking Stuka goes down. Pathfinder spotting it. He thought he was safe that far forwards. Good pick off there for the Allies. Panzer and Sherman, Jackson rather, trading blows. Ooh, big infantry support gun shot. Oh, and the follow-up. Oh boy. Oh. Paratroopers go down there. And now Stern Pioneers looking for the decro and some team weapons after that as well. Looks like this tech truck did end up getting destroyed though. A bit of base artillery. Enough to push it over the top. Panzer going Sherman hunting. AT gun over here decrewed, so knows he can get a little bit more aggressive with this. It's going to be backed up by Panzer IV now as well. Here we go, Jagdpanzer coming in aggressively. Sherman without much support in this area. Could be in a bit of trouble. The kitten did set up back there, but didn't quite get a shot off. Sherman does get away alive. Close escape. And the Stern Pioneers there. Itaperuna capping over there. Very tight on the VP score at the moment between these two teams. Neck and neck. I've said when the walking Stuka was still on the field, the advantage is towards the Axis, but I'm not sure anymore. Still pretty even, I'd say. Joe floating a tremendous amount, going to have the Crocodile shortly, so he's going to about to spike up. No, just Popcat, army size is quite similar. Is that an artillery shell landing there? I think it was landing right on top of the Jackson. A good chunk of damage to it as well. We'll see if team weapons getting out of there. Double Jacksons now for my mum, by the way. Ooh. And did the AT gun go down? No, what was that? Red echelon maybe? Okay. Vanguard has popped the flares, he's called in the Crocodile. Just does use some flares where you target it. There it comes. And the Axis not very well prepared for it, honestly. We've got one Recon for Deliri0us. Doesn't have the Puma anymore. Lost his tech truck, so we'll rebuild that, taking an extremely long time. So in the meantime, this Crocodile could do a tremendous amount of damage. Takes 2 Recon shots straight away though. It looks like he's about to take another one, and maybe even the Faust here. Not quite. Either way, a rough start.
Enemy causing trouble.
Looks like he went for hammer as well, so no fast repairs on this.
The enemy cut our supply line.
So those three Recon shots going to take a while to repair. Shame to have the immediate impact of the Crocodile blunted like that. Some more howitzer fire coming down. Similar region as before. Here come the double Jacksons looking for the Panzer IV. I think a M1 shot bounced off that earlier. So didn't get any engine damage from that AT grenade. Ooh! Oh, Sherman in some trouble. Jagdpanzer chasing him. He's popped the smoke. Light AT mine getting a bit of movement speed slowing. Oh, but he attack rounds into the smoke. Here come the double Jacksons. Looking to get some revenge. The Recon is there though. One Jackson a little bit low. Needs to back away. Oh, the Firefly from the other side gets it, but he didn't back away with the Jackson in time. And he loses the Jackson because of that. That was an easily avoidable loss. So overall, pretty good trade there for the Axis, I would say. Taking down 2 tanks. Only losing 1 in return, but they're getting pummeled because in comes the Crocodile and he's hungry for another tech truck. I think the flame damage is going to be quite enough to knock that out though.
An anti-tank gun has taken the field.
But either way, damage engine on the Crocodile, very, very slow to retreat. What is this Firefly shooting at? It's on prioritized vehicles. There's a fall right there. Oh, it takes it off prioritized vehicles. Puts it back on. Maybe it was bugged. This infantry section. Oh, he's coming in. He's trying to get the kill on it. The Firefly's there, but so are the repairs. Squad goes down, but the Firefly does just enough damage to take down the truck. And in come the Typhoons. Allow Firefly to escape undamaged. Sounds like the anti-infantry one got shot down immediately. But Axis once again losing both of their tech trucks. Such a costly mistake. Through again, doing some damage to the Panzer IVs in the edge of the circle, and the machine gun was shooting at him, revealing him in the fog of war. What allowed it to open up there. Yeah, the Axis have been rather lacking in anti-tank. We did see a second Recon picked up by Deliri0us, but tough using Recons against the Crocodile. They just get burnt out so quickly. That Jagdpanzer alive. Plane is on the Axis, but they're still 50 VPs ahead. He tried to steal the Vickers there, didn't work. Ooh, pretty good bundle grenade. We're going to end up retreating from that, and he is using the glider as a forward retreat point, which has helped Joe maintain a lot of territory control over here. The kill on that decrewed AT gun. Desperately needs some more engineers. Only 1 squad of engineers between 2 tanks at the moment. Repairs are just way too slow. No 5-man upgrade as well. No heavy engineers. Just very, very slow repair times. Itaperuna goes for the crew on the machine gun, but here comes the Crocodile. Will that destroy the weapon? Yes, it does. He's following that forwards. Going for the Recon. There's another one back there, though, the highly vetted one, but that bounced. Next on the second attempt. Looking for the decrew here. Oh, and does get it. Double Britain sections doing the damage. Oh, and comes a few squads from the side looking for the snare again. But the section's still on top of the Recon. It's on the road, taking a lot of damage. Has to retreat. Oh! squad going down
Squad knocked
to
out.
the Churchill, but squad going down up here. That was the Tommy squad going down to these overs. Squad losses on both sides. Okay, my mum with a fresh Sherman. Oh, Pack 43 in the middle from Itaperuna. Hasn't seen any action yet. But that could be trouble for the Allies. It's quite far back though. Certainly will help against the Crocodile. Changing angles with it now. Jackson's just in range back there. No sight on it at the moment though. Oh, commandos find the overs. They run right past each other. Ships in the night. Here is the big bruiser for Deliri0us. Not gonna go for the regular Tiger, gonna go for the King Tiger. Looks like he's destroying the decrewed Recon. Interesting choice. Doesn't have any backup AT, just the Firefly, so Recon could be pretty good for Joe, honestly. Support weapons in some trouble here. Oh, and comes the Sherman from the other side. Incendiary grenade onto the Pack Howie. Oh, that's the second Pack Howie. On at 25 kills. Sherman looking for the wipe now. Doesn't quite get it. Not in a position to chase either. The squad does make it out alive. Back the other way, we've got a whole bunch of air mines down here. Itaperuna. So I'm going to hold that side quite effectively. It's a bunker. Oh no, not a bunker. A flak emplacement down as well. Just now getting blasted by the Pack Howie. Okay, here comes the KT. He's got the Recon nearby for support. Firefly moving into position. Okay, there we go. Firefly gets a rear armor hit, but Recon is there to return fire. Oh, very late to react. In fact, no reaction from the Firefly. That was just slow as molasses. Getting out of the danger there. The rate of fire on the Recon just way too strong for you to make a mistake like that. Looks like the Pack 43 got decrewed there.
The units of engineers have been killed.
Oh.
Coming, ready to move out. Enemy infantry firing.
Joe did get a Comet, but he is lacking in repairs still, as I said earlier, and losing Firefly is a big loss with 3 tanks up against KT and a Recon. He could be super aggressive, but now he has to play a little bit more cautiously. Wow!
Lost a squad of infantry.
This Crocodile's main gun is going off this game. Some really lucky long-range shots and on the move as well. Before still overlooking the VP here, so is the flak emplacement. Here comes the AT gun. Sherman and Jackson nearby. Looks like the LFH targeting the Pack Howie. Oh, AT gun hits the rear armor. The Panzer IV, and he got close enough for a snare. Is he going to chase in with the Jackson for the kill now? Looks like it. Sherman mobilizing as well. Okay, good reactions even in the heat of all this armored combat. Good work from my mum. And there goes the Panzer IV up in the north. We got some armored combat as well. Crocodile, oh boy, about to get the overs, and does. Taking a lot of damage from the Recon. King Tiger combo though has to get out. Officer charge here. Charging onto the Recon, hoping for the D crew. A3 cluster bombs coming in. Decent reaction times, but still a lot of damage, and the machine gun goes down. A little bit of damage on top of the King Tiger as well. Good teamwork though from my mum, you know. Seeing on his opponent's side an opportunity to do some damage and seizing it. Also, LMG down by the way. Could pick that up with his commandos maybe. Ambush bonus plus LMG can spit out some pretty scary damage. Coming forwards, but Recon is there. Oh boy. Wow, Recon had to retreat. Didn't get another shot off, but that was a super close call on the Comet. Oh, hit that mine. He saw that getting planted earlier. Now trying to smoke out. Attack ground attempts. No, he jumps out. Trying to use the emergency crew repair here. No attack grounds from Itaperuna. A bit of a mistake here. And the Sherman's going to get away. Just no attack grounds at all. Lucky break for my mum, but you know, it's a bold move. Excuse me. Going for the emergency crew repair like that. In this case, it ended up paying off. Calcified going down on the pack howies again. Hasn't had too much luck with those kind of barrages though. Oh, we got some action. Comet still on low, coming forwards, getting aggressive on the King Tiger. And now some free damage on the Firefly, exposing his rear. Taking a lot of damage. Deploying some smoke. Okay, another squad for repairs for Joe, but it's a lot of damage to repair still. Oh, speaking of a lot of damage. A lot of damage onto that Recon there, nearly got decrewed. Crocodile under the cover of the Typhoons, looking to do some damage.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Puma getting a few nice hits in here though. Crocodile has to retreat. Just managing to sneak their way onto this VP despite being pushed quite far back at the moment. Crew on the Pack 43, but no tank nearby to follow up and get the kill on it. King Tiger Puma combo. Ooh, wipe from those commandos, and then they drop machine gun. Pass the parcel on that LMG 34. Ooh, a fate shot there. Sure. Tank just left up there on one shot, gets found, gets taken out. Joe playing carelessly here. Comet now one shot. Jackson coming forwards, but the Recon is there with as backup for the King Tiger. And these allied tanks are outmatched. Just keep backing away with that Comet and just even send it all the way back to base even. Squad coming forwards, looking for the snare maybe. Jackson repairing right here. And some Pathfinder artillery dropped on the Recon that didn't get out of there in time. Whoa, look at that guy go. Usain Bolt. Motivated by the flames on his rear end. Tiger is still making a real nuisance of itself, and here we go. We've got the zeroing artillery dropped, and the vehicle crew out here on one model, the Jackson, trying to repair it on the front lines, about to backfire. Joe trying to get in there, trying to save his allies' tank. Can he escape? King Tiger not quite in range, and he does get out of there with the Jackson. See the M1 go down though. No movement from that from my mum. He's leaving it out there. Oh! Revealed itself briefly, shooting at the Puma. Puma smoke. Didn't take any more damage. And there we go. Zeroing artillery wearing off now. Didn't do too much. A nice shell after the bell. A lot of repairs now for Joe. So managing to get control of his allies' Jackson. Back the other way, my mum having to build himself another one. He's got plenty of fuel though. Manpower becoming the roadblock at the moment. Into the US Forces base. Oh, ambulance, you gotta be careful. Might pay to move that one. Just want to lose another ambo. He's in control of 2 VPs at the moment. Right, he's not trying to reposition his ambulance. Trying to get out of the howitzer fire. Just gonna let it happen and lose another ambulance because of it. Sloppy stuff from my mum. The US Forces, it's the easiest faction to do it with, you know. The ambulance can literally drive away to safety and just move your squads over there to reinforce. Easiest one to dodge howitzer fire with. Okay, we got a Comet, Crocodile, a T-gun, but not the Jackson, that's still quite low. And a lot of damage onto the Crocodile immediately. Some artillery dropped. Jackson back there, still low on health. King Tiger coming forwards, looking for the kill. Jackson back there saws the Comet, a lot of damage onto the KT all of a sudden. But he did get the decrew on the AT gun. Suppression on the engineers, unable to close the distance. Puma coming in, maybe looking for a killing blow itself. Comet and Crocodile mobilizing, getting aggressive. We're getting nearby. Comet, cool. Be double Pumas. Oh, push down the middle. And a fresh Jagdpanzer going down. Busy focused on the action in the north. Tug of war over this territory between these two players. Oh, main gun crit on the Comet. The Puma's not chasing him for the kill. The Jackson's still rather healthy. Joe does have vehicle crew repairs, by the way. Should probably be using them in exactly this scenario. Oh, and there we go. Popping them on the Churchill. Probably just put them on all of his tanks. Oh, looks like the LEFH finally knocking out one of the pack howitzers. It's a lower vet one though. Has been doing pretty well though, 33 kills. 2 of those ambulances. Definitely paid for itself. Fresh tech truck up, trying to cover the VP. Jackson coming forwards. Bounces the Puma shot though. Path Fighters coming up, going to provide some nice sight. Allow this Jackson to get some long range hits in. But they get spotted actually by the infantry support guns. Crocodile coming forwards, looking for the decro on the machine gun. Backed up by the Jackson. Crocodile on the front soaking the damage. And here come the Pumas going after the Jackson now. Oh, the Jackson nearby, so is the AT gun bouncing off the King Tiger. And the Puma goes down. Jackson from the side finishing the job, but the flak base, I think it was, actually knocking out. Ooh! And then from the other side, the Pack 43 getting the kill on that Jackson, just inside his range there. Down the blink of an eye. Oh boy, Crocodile getting way too aggressive. Luckily, King Tiger on full retreat mode. Puma coming forwards. Jackson there. Oh, activating the armor-piercing rounds, but misses that shot. Let's fire into the middle. Axis get the... Oh, it's not even neutral at the moment. It's still ticking against the Axis. They're getting low. 87 VPs. Fresh Panther from Itaperuna. Instantly that gets blasted out as well. And the points ticking against the Axis fast. Kintai coming back in up to full again. 3 Stern Pioneers for repairs on it. That process rather quick. Jackson getting some good hits in here, but Panther coming forwards even on this low amount of health. Comet right there. Jackson low. Tiger looking for the kill. Jackson bouncing a lot of armor up here for the Axis, and they're backed up by the Recon. Crocodile in trouble. Crocodile bounces the killing blow from the Recon. Lucky break. Really needs this AT gun to come forwards a little bit. Just needs to get in range, or maybe pop the take aim ability, give him that little bit extra range. This King Tiger might go down. Oh, he did pop take aim. Recon finishes the job on the Jackson. Oh, huge shot from the howitzer, knocks out the M1. Sherman crew was like, oh boy. Oh, takes a frontal shot from the howitzer as well. And the howitzer destroys the decrewed AT gun. It was a big pick-off there for the Axis. Feels like they may be accumulating a critical amount of armor now. With my mum, no Jackson anymore, lost the vested up AT gun. Didn't quite get the kill on the King Tiger earlier. Now the Jackson did. But Joe, Axis stun overwhelm in the armor department. Okay. Another zeroing artillery coming down over here. Joe not paying any attention, trying to micro the Comet. And the Crocodile just left there. Luckily the Puma bouncing every shot, but eventually it goes down. Sherman came from the side hoping to assist. Puma chasing in, wants to get the kill on the Comet, but bounces. Jagdpanzer does not. I think a squad went down up here as well. Joe just completely falling apart here in the late game. His armor control not that good. His division of resources not that good either. And now the Allies just way behind Axis with an enormous lead. Okay, we decrewed both of them, available to be killed by the King Tiger now. And the Axis going for the jugular and the third pack hour even. one's going to make it home. Pathfinder's completed the cap, but they have to run past the King Tiger. And they don't make it home. Well, it's draining on the Axis though, 24 remaining, and I think that's why the Allies are still playing, still hoping to get a cap off here. Drain out those last 20 or so VPs, but it seems unlikely to happen. This one's somewhat covered by the Shreya. This one covered by a whole bunch of units at the moment. Ooh, good crush by the Panther. Got 3 or 4 paratrooper models there. Now going for the captain as well. He's upgraded that with the bazookas. Okay. Oh, we've got a bunker back here covering the central VP. Pretty good idea from Itaperuna, actually. Coming in for some more crush action. Sherman and Jackson. Okay, my mum. He's got something here. They've got a Firefly as well. But all the Axis have to do is just play cautiously with their armor. They've just got so many more tanks. That's Commander Artillery coming in here. Really need to pick some units off, but doesn't. It's not easy, at least. Some Piats coming in. Does not get engine damage on the King Tiger. Hits feet 5. Puma goes down to the Sherman there. The IR STG Obers. We've got the paratroopers there as well, though. Enforcing off the beacon as well. Fire coming in on the US Forces base once again. We see a 3rd ambulance go down to this. Oh, I really thought it was about to happen then. Oh, Sherman in some trouble in front of the Panther. Jackson there. Jackson pretty low as well though. And it looks like he lost his squad to it. It wasn't the ambulance, but losses are losses. Yeah, this seems just like a complete shutout. It's just easy to camp 2 VPs now, whittling away at the small armies of the Allies. So I may as well give a bit of a summary now while we wind down. Pretty even battle throughout this one. Joe just didn't quite have the micro in the late game. Generally was not that impressed with his tank play at all throughout the whole match. Very slow on repairs. Bad squad preservation. My mum performing pretty well. Had some good vision, you know, assisting his teammate at crucial times. But just lost a few too many units. Losing that Jackson to the Pack 43 in the middle was the lead domino in this Allied defeat. After that, they just didn't have enough armor to fight off the Axis. They ended up getting overwhelmed. King Tiger on an absolute rampage. There we go. That's the match. So a close one. Allies almost snuck the victory. 21 VPs remaining. Axis losing their bases. That was one thing that Joe actually did really well, pushing down those OKW trucks, which is what gave the Allies such strong power. Around the 30-minute mark, they took down quite a few of those OKW bases. The OKW were locked out of vehicles. And they almost allowed the Allies to push for the win, but not quite. close but no cigar. And yeah, my mum just dodged those howitzer shots, buddy. Got the ambulance, it can move, you can reinforce and heal from it. No excuse to leave squads getting pummeled by the howitzer back in your base. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.